Welcome to the Diverse Leader Podcast, a show where we explore the many dimensions of diversity and how it shapes your world. I'm your host, Gareth Mutema, and I'm here to explore February's topics, and also it's my 10th episode. So a big round of applause. If I do my editing right, there'll be cheers at this point and claps all over the screen. So episode number 10, what am I going to talk about? I'm just going to talk about my top tips, and then I'm going to talk about 3 P's: people, place, and perspective, in no particular order, but I'll probably start with place and people and then perspective. So those are the 3 things that I'm going to talk about and how they influence me and my leadership, and maybe you may change your perspective on how you deal with issues, challenges in life as well. And if you follow me on LinkedIn, one of the top tips I put on there, or the 3 tips, it was under the subject of the past, the present, and the future. And the first tip, I'll go through it. It said, learn from your past. What did I mean by that? Reflect on past experiences to gain valuable insights and wisdom for the future. The past is such a great teacher, and it's taught me a lot. All my failings and most of my successes, all now on reflection, are in the past. And the things that draw me back normally when I look in my past are my failings. And sometimes we fail to realize that those failures are actually condiments to our future successes. However, my point number 2 on my top tips was touching on the power of now. And I've been talking about the power of now since January. It's something that has made me change the way I look at things. Today is more important than yesterday. Today is more important than tomorrow. And my top tip number 2 said, embrace the power of now. And then I went on to explain that, you need to focus on the present moment, as it holds the key of shaping your destiny. Your actions today pave the way for a brighter tomorrow. And often am I lost in the past, and it clouds my today, and I worry about my tomorrow. But I'm saying, let's embrace the power of now. What's happening in your circle now? What's happening in your life now? I've been on holiday in Zimbabwe, and in the morning, naturally in Zimbabwe, I wake up early in the morning. The sun comes up so early, and I wake up and I'm so caught up with my thoughts. What happened yesterday? What happened this? Bills? I'm thinking about all these things. Sometimes I miss the sunrise. The moment is gone. And let's not miss the sunrise in our lives. Let's embrace every moment right now to create the better tomorrow by those decisions that we're making in the moment as well. So that was top tip number 2. And the third one was give yourself grace. We beat ourselves up a lot. I did a podcast with Janice, my sister Janice Mutema, a while back, and she mentioned that statement last year. Give yourself grace. Be kind to yourself. Allow room for growth and self-compassion along your journey. We are so hard on ourselves because in today's world, there's so much noise coming out from social media. There's so much noise looking at our neighbors. They just bought a new car. They just did that. Oh, so-and-so bought a new house. Also, oh, my life, I'm not there yet. Or I'm too far behind. I need to relax. Take it easy. Sit back. Give yourself grace. Give yourself an applaud. You've done it. You've been here. Thus far, you've made it to here. You deserve a round of applause. Give yourself that grace. And on to now the key theme of what I wanted to talk about today: place, people, and perspective. when we think of the present, the now, everything I've just talked about, those three things fall in place to actually bring these statements to life. I found myself being in the wrong place. And often when you're in the wrong place, it becomes the wrong time. And often you then find yourself in a sticky situation. And I've been there growing up where I know I should be at a certain place at a certain time, and it's affected my future because of those decisions in that moment that I've made to surround myself then now with the wrong people. So when you figure out the places you go, quickly it determines now the people that surround you. And those people have influence over your life. And once we get to that influence and the people are surrounding us that are shaping us and molding us and feeding into us, we then go to the perspective that you then have of your life, of your destiny, and your direction. And one of the statements I put in online was, they say the past is a reflection of the future, but I say the present moment is an opportunity to recreate your destiny. So how do you then recreate your destiny? You make sure you go in the right places. You make sure you then surround yourself with the right people. And then that changes the whole perspective that other people have on you and the perspective that you have for your future. And when I think about people that I surround myself in, when I go in different places, it may be friends. Certain friends can only be found in certain places, and often you can tell. They say you can tell your bank account from the friends you surround yourselves with, or you can tell your success from the friends you surround yourself with. So good walking with good company yields great results. So we need, as leaders, as individuals, we need to ensure that the place influences the people we then surround ourselves with to ensure our perspective of life does change. And growing up, I found it quite difficult to avoid certain places. And in turn, I found myself having the wrong friends. And everyone then viewed me as the people or the friends that I was rocking with, to use a Gen Z word there, or that I was spending time with. So we need to be serious about the places and the people that we surround ourselves with. And your perspective is very important, because if you cannot perceive a situation as it is, there's a problem, because you won't be able to tell right or wrong, because the influence of the people you surround yourself with is wrong anyway, and those are the guidelines or guardrails that you're walking with. And then the places you're going, you're not exposed to the great things that other people are doing that can actually positively impact your life in the moment of now. So my message today is we need to then think about those three P's, the places we go, the people we surround ourselves with, so that we can change our perspective and influence change. And leadership is influence. And for us to influence change, we need to get in the right rooms. We talk about being in the room to be able to influence the decisions that are being made to impact the communities or the voices of the people that can be reached normally. So it's key that we think about the places we go. We think about networking. I talk about networking. Networking is a big thing. I'm a vicarious networker. I love networking. I love meeting people. I love, they say your net worth, your self worth. I'm mixing up that statement. Your net worth. I can't remember the statement. Banks. What do you say? Your net worth is your. What's that statement? Your net worth is. Your network is your net worth. There you go. Your network is your net worth. So who are you filling in that gap? Who's in your circle? Who's actually contributing and feeding onto, your library of self-development? Think about those people. Think about everyone you have around you. If you need to cut people off, cut people off. It's worth it. You need to aim for success. You need to aim to develop and propel yourself into a place where you know you deserve. You're greater than just staying on the lower levels of the deck. You need to get to the top deck of that ship, and that ship is your life. And I would just like to say that as this is my 10th episode, I've got something for the people out there. So there's a lady called Tariro Zwingwanisei. She makes these Macrane bags, and these are now up for grabs. So if you want to win any one of these bags, all you have to do is follow me on Instagram, Gareth_Mutema, and #bag. Just comment #bag when this episode comes out and tag a friend. And also follow me on LinkedIn, Gareth Mutema, and you now have a chance to win this. I know Valentine's is coming soon, and also I'm sure birthdays, so you have a chance to win. These are handmade by Taro in Zimbabwe. She's an entrepreneur, a good friend of mine from school or boarding school. So that's episode number 10's bonus. You have a chance to win one of those two bags. So it's two winners. So you can win one of those two bags, but you just have to follow me on Instagram, follow me on LinkedIn, #bag on Instagram, and tag a friend as well. Okay, so all in all, make sure you secure the right places so that you can have the right people around you, and so that you can change your perspective. Life is too short to be stagnant and stay in the same place. Learn from your past, embrace the power of now, and give yourself grace. This is Gareth Mutema, DLP, or Diverse Leader Podcast. Follow me on Instagram, subscribe on Spotify, and a YouTube channel is coming out. So hopefully when I release this, you can subscribe on YouTube as well. Take care.